You know, everyone goes through that one point of their life where they are most likely a kid and they just have to use the restroom, and sometimes you just don't make it. So let's talk about it. There has been multiple times where I have felt that I've needed to go to the bathroom and the emergency warning goes off, and I know you know the one. It gets so intense so fast that you are running to try to get to that toilet, but as soon as you get there, that's when it all comes out. Dear Lord. But the main point of this is that I got a story to tell that is really not something I'm proud of. But then again, it's not something that I was aware of. Something that happened when I was a child. And this happened at the youngest age of 5, when I didn't know any better. It was like any other day, and the problem happened. The problem happened where I had to go to the bathroom. I was 5 years old. I wasn't 100% potty trained in a way that I had to go to the bathroom, and the only place that was available was in my pants. And it did not end well for me. I will tell you that. It did not end well for me. Because in my mind, I'm always thinking that my mom is going to get me. Get me for going to the bathroom, and it was not going to be pretty. Did anyone else have that problem when they were growing up, that they thought their parents was going to beat them, or they did beat them for having an accident in their pants? I mean, it happened to me a lot. It happened to me at school, happened to me at home, happened to me anywhere that I went, mainly because it was something that I didn't know about and that I wasn't clearly potty trained at that age. Don't make fun of me. But something that is very notable is that on one fateful day, I did go to the bathroom in my pants, and I was petrified to tell my parents. I was petrified to tell my mom of anything. And I was looking around, scared, didn't know where to go, didn't know where to run. I thought I was dead meat. There's one key factor to know is that I have multiple siblings, but at this time of age, I had the main two siblings of my two older brothers. So, my oldest brother was the one that I looked up to the most, that I really wanted to make sure that I knew that they knew that I knew that I trusted them. That did not make sense at all, but it doesn't have to because it's about the accident. Something that I want to point out is that I would go to him because I feel like I trusted him in a way, and I didn't want to tell my mom because obviously I thought I was about to get whooped with two H's. So, what did I do? I walked outside onto the porch and I saw my brother, and he saw the worried look on my face. And he was like, "What'd you do now?" And I was like, "I pooped my pants." And of course, as my brother, he had a plan in his head, which I know now to this day, but as a 5 year old, I trusted him to remind you. And what he did is that he asked me to come sit down and talk to him. Now, remind you, there's poop in my pants. It is stuck right there, nowhere to go, wasn't falling out, it was stuck there. And he said, "Come here, let's talk about it, and sit down." Walked over to him, sat down, all down me. And at first, I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice the problem. I just began talking to him. But then afterwards, I realized that this poop situation just got into code red. Not only did I defecate my pants, now it is literally running down my leg. But I do want to apologize for how disgusting this story now sounds, because now I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, that's pretty freaking gross. I mean, there's nothing you can really say that'll not make it gross. So I'm just kind of winging it. That is what happened with that story, and I feel like there's so many times where this has happened before. Not pooping in my man. Dear Lord, there's been times where I've had to go to the bathroom so immensely bad, and as soon as you make it to the bathroom, knowing that you're over the age of 5 and not gullible enough to trust your older brothers, that you will eventually get there, and the sigh of relief is the biggest wave of feeling that you'll ever feel. I swear, I've never felt a bigger feeling than just letting it all go. Letting it all go so that you can finally feel relieved. I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but whenever I go to the bathroom afterwards, there's either at least one or two things that happened. Number one is that I can focus way better than I did before. As an example, let's say that I'm doing some schoolwork, typing away, trying to, get the text and all that in the right order, how boring school is. And let's say I'm holding in a dump. I'm holding in something that wants to come out immediately. Whenever I'm doing it, I cannot focus on how to word things correctly. There could be an example of saying I'm trying to prove that dinosaurs still exist. I know they don't. But say I'm trying to prove that and I try to type it in, it'll end up being a sentence like, "Oh, why I should feed my dog Scooby snacks," or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The second thing that it can do for you is really make you feel like you lost 1,500 pounds. You cannot tell me that after you had a big dinner and a good old day, you go to bed, wake up the next morning, and immediately, bam, need to go to the bathroom. Lay it all off you, and oh my goodness, you feel amazed by the wonders that you just did. Morning bathroom breaks are a thing. They're a thing and they feel great. And I'm so ashamed that I'm even talking about this. There's a lot to think when it comes to using the bathroom. So ultimately, the lesson you can take from here is that just go to the bathroom whenever that red warning light goes off. I thank you for your time, and I'll see y'all in the next one.